friends. Welcome to Godly Play at Decatur Presbyterian Church. I'm so glad that you've joined me today. As we prepare and get ready to hear our story today, let's take some deep breaths in and out to calm our bodies and to open our mind to the story that God has for us today. So let's take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. I think we're ready. This is a story about the prophets. Today, you will hear about the prophet Jonah. Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah. Arise and go to Nineveh, the great city, and tell them that they are bad and they need to change and become good. Now prophets are people who come so close to God, and God comes so close to them that they know exactly what God is telling them to do. And then they go and do it. Jonah turned and went the other way. He found a ship going to Tarshish in Spain. It was about as far as you could get from Nineveh. Suddenly, a storm came. The sailors were afraid, so each one prayed to his own God. They threw everything that they were carrying into the ocean to make the ship light so that it could float. Now, a prophet is someone who helps people know what to do. They went to look for Jonah. Do you know where he was? He was asleep in the bottom of the boat. The captain found him and commanded him to call on his God to save them. All Jonah did was climb up to the deck of the boat. The storm got worse, and the people were more afraid. They decided to cast lots to see who had made God so angry. They wanted to throw that person overboard to get rid of him. Now, a prophet is someone who speaks for the one true God, but Jonah still did not speak. The sailors asked him who he was. He told them he worshiped God, the one who had made the sea and the dry land. Then the sailors were afraid. They knew that he was trying to flee from God. The sea grew even more troubled, and finally Jonah said, "Throw me in and the storm will stop." So they threw him in. And the storm stopped. The sea was calm. Now, a prophet is someone who brings people close to God by what he or she says and does. Jonah said nothing, but when the sea grew calm, the sailors fell down and worshiped the true God. Now, a prophet is someone who is close to God, and a false prophet is very far from God. When Jonah was thrown into the water, he was neither close to nor far from God. He was sinking. And as he sank, a great fish swam up and swallowed him. Jonah was in the belly of the big fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Jonah began to pray, and the big fish began to feel very strange. It grew sicker and sicker. Finally, it swam to the shore and spit out Jonah onto the dry land. Now, the word of the Lord came to Jonah a second time. Arise, go to Nineveh, the great city, and tell the people there that they are bad and they need to change and become good. This time, Jonah went to Nineveh. He cried out to the people of Nineveh that they were bad and that God commanded them to be good. God said that they would all be destroyed if they did not change. Now, a prophet is someone who is overjoyed when people who are bad become good. The people of Nineveh listened to God's call, and they turned and became good. They all went around wearing sackcloth and ashes to show how sorry they were. Even the king and the queen were sorry and became good. The creatures in the fields were sorry too, and they also became good. God did not destroy the great city. This made Jonah angry. He wanted God to destroy the city. These people were not even the people of God. He went outside the city and sat on a hill. Jonah wanted to get his way. God said, "Why are you angry?" And God caused a plant to grow and give Jonah shade as he sat on the hill in the sun. Then one night, God sent a worm to attack the plant, and it withered away and died. The sun rose the next day, and a sultry east wind came. The sun beat down on the head of Jonah so that he felt faint. He was angry about the death of the plant. "Why are you angry about the plant?" God asked. Jonah said, "I am angry enough to die." He thought this still might help him to get his way. God said, "You pity the plant, but you did nothing for it. You did not cause it to grow. You did not care for it. Should I not pity Nineveh, the great city, where there are more than 120,000 people and all of their cattle?" And this is how the story ends. I wonder what part of this story that you liked the best. I wonder what part you think is the most important. I wonder if there's any part of this story that we could leave out and still have the story that we need. I wonder how you might finish this story. Now it is time for work. I wonder what you will choose to work with today. Perhaps you will write down an ending to this story, or maybe create something to remind you of what you heard today, or share this story with a friend or family member. Whatever you choose, have fun playing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.